Hi! I promised y'all 2 days ago that I would do kind of like an update and show you something that I'm insanely excited about, the content newsletter, which will be a print newsletter. I actually have a copy of the company that, like not a template, like an example of the company that's printing it. They have been through the ringer, but this is the newspaper club. This one is the nicer version, so this will be the version I'm getting, and so it will be just like this, in my opinion, beautiful newsletter that you will physically be able to touch and hold, and mine will be just as colorful, but this is what I want to show you today. But before I do, I wanted to say thank you so much to every single person that texted me, messaged me, I think those called me, like, it meant so much to me. So I did that video earlier today where I announced the like legit launch of my brand new course. So if you didn't see it, it is the announcement, or it is the 6-day mini course that is free, and it will arrive in your inbox every single day for 6 days. And it is covering exactly how I built my business, and it is featuring 3 secrets. Well, 2 days ago I read pretty much everything to y'all, not everything. The emails are 26 pages worth of written, like typed text, so there is so much value in there, but I have some notes on exactly what I want to go over. So I learned from my last video where I sat here and I decided to take notes, because if you know me well, you know I can ramble, and while I think that is part of who I am, I definitely wanted to stay on task. So first, I wanted to pinpoint this text message I got that just made me feel so good, and I just have to share it. My very first brokerage that I worked at, there's a lady there that worked right underneath the broker, and her name was Sarah, and she texted me. I did not have her number on my phone. She reached out to me via text and said, "Hey lady, it's Sarah over at brokerage name. Just want to congratulate you on your new coaching program. Super proud of you. You've come so far from your start at URE." And I said, "Oh, I love you and thank you so much." And I gave her a little bit of like background story. She said, "Hi love, truly, I love watching your career flourish. You're going to kill it." I told her a whole bunch of more stuff, kind of like something I'm getting ready to share with y'all, that like this text is the reason why I turned on the camera today. And so I'm not going to spoil it, but she's like, "I love it. You have such a great story. Keep it up. I'm cheering you on." And I thanked her, and she just kept saying really nice things to me, so that was fun. I reminded her to sign up, which I'm going to do to y'all, so please sign up. I'm still tweaking, like fixing a couple things, but they're behind the scenes. You won't notice unless you go to the landing page and then you go back to it. So there are some updates that I'm going to do on the landing page. Today I created like the landing page for post day 6, and I am like psycho proud of it, and I think the original landing page needs to reflect it in some sense. That is a dog's tail in the background. That's awesome. So yeah, I have gotten a lot of feedback today, and that's why I'm going to be making some of these updates. So constructive criticism. Before I launched, I updated my 3 secrets. So I don't know if you remember, if you saw that video, but I fumbled a lot through the 3 secrets, and I think I just didn't feel, my kids are in here right now, I don't think I felt super comfortable in the wording of them, and I pretty much totally rewrote number 3. I took something out of number 1 and put it into number 3. So I'm going to share the 3 secrets with y'all, like what you get out of the course, and then I have to go update email 6 because I pasted the secrets in there, but I didn't like support them, and so there will be 3 freebies inside of day 6 that I'm really excited about. So the headline I created, that I don't think it made its way into the emails, because you've already opted into the emails, so you don't really need this headline. It's a little punchy, it's a little in your face in my opinion, but the headline I created was "How to Attract Loyal Clients Without Killing Yourself While Working," or killing yourself working. So how to attract loyal clients without killing yourself working. Don't necessarily want the word working on there, but it was a big suggestion from someone, and it's a little too in your face without it. So here are the 3 secrets. And I also kind of wanted to cover the domino statement. So if you did not see the other video or you didn't watch the whole thing, it was 13 minutes long, you probably didn't hear the domino statement, but I want to show people and like help them believe and acknowledge that intentional content is the key to loyal clients with work-life harmony, and it's only obtainable through the omnipresent strategy, which is the OS, like my OS for business and life. And then this is just, I don't know, it's great. Verbiage, I'm still like trying to find my comfort inside of. I know I created Joe & Co., like the bulk of Joe & Co. and my revenue and GCI if you're in real estate through video, but truth be told, I'm not a huge fan of like sitting here on video. Like I just now started coming into it for my coaching business. And I know that's like insane considering all the people I've helped, like the millions of people that have sat and watched my face in this very room is a huge, huge amount of people that have impacted. And the fact that I like still have some, not animosity, but like funky feelings when I sit down in front of the camera is something I'm still trying to thought process why I even think that. But okay, 3 secrets. Number 1, the only 3 types of content you should be focusing on for rapid growth. So that will be secret number 1. Number 2 will be the super simple list of tools for your marketing toolbox. That's reworded. I'm really excited about that. And number 3, drum roll, you can easily fill your content buckets in as little as 30 minutes a day while out in the field. And so if you follow my Joe & Co. Instagram, you see I do this every single day. Even on this like platform, this story, like I guess I'm going to put this in both places, but even here on my George Schlacey platform or my Joe Schlacey platform, you see I document my life pretty well, unless I'm super busy and I'm like sitting here at the computer all day, then I don't do as good of a job. But real estate wise, I want to like document what it's like living where I live. And so I think I've done that super well. So those are the 3 new simplified secrets that I am going to be creating freebies for day 6 of the newsletter. So make sure you look for the links to those. I told y'all the new headline. I recap my domino statement, and now I'm going to show y'all what I promised you, kind of like the first 5 or 6 pages of the physical content newsletter. So again, it's going to look like this and be super pretty and tangible. And when you sign up, technically you can sign up for this already, but I assume late June, early July will now be the first edition of this. And it's a subscription, it comes with a community, and it's just all about content creation and content in general, ideas. I really wanted to, like, I'm an idea person. Anyone that knows me well knows this. My mom knows this. Anyway, so I just wanted to be able to share my ideas. So you'll kind of see like similarities between this and here, just like I wanted bold in your face. So this is the first edition cover, and of course things might change. Let's see how well I can do this. So C for content. This is page 3, so I just put a 3 on the background. So we're going to talk mindset, books, storytelling, marketing, branding, copy, print, trends, tech, YouTube, Instagram, blogging, events, and I will spotlight someone. So I already know who I'm spotlighting in the very first one, and then they are going to take over a column. So every single person I spotlight is going to have a column or a portion of a column, and that is probably like one of my favorite things I'm really excited about. I am going to support this with a podcast, so if you want to be on the podcast, let me know. I wrote this beautiful From Joe letter. Should I read it? Dear sweet friend, this is a moment I've been dreaming of since I was a little girl. Dreams are funny things, aren't they? They are placed within us from birth, and we realize them at such a young age, but we don't act upon them until they have been forgotten and rediscovered. Well, today is my day. Today is the day I've made one of my dreams come true. Do you have any forgotten dreams? Dreams are just a childlike work for the grown-up. Dreams are just a childlike word for the grown-up word goals. So what are your goals? Before you establish your goals, you really need to decide what is your definite purpose. A definite purpose is the reason you wake up each morning. It is, my lips quivering. It is the thing that keeps you going when you stumble and fall into a gloop of mud. It is the grease that keeps the wheels turning. I recently rediscovered mine. I help people live a life of happiness by aligning their brain and their heart. So that's my ultimate purpose. So yeah, I know this tech. Yeah, I know this content. Yeah, I know YouTube and Instagram and things like that. But really, that's just a vehicle for like being able to do what I really want to do in the world. My dream is to do this through written word and spoken word. My dream is to make a lasting impact on all of the children of the world, starting with you. Yes, I stand before you with my 37-year-old dreams of changing the world. I believe you are here in this place in this time for a reason. You and I are meant to meet, and you are exactly where you are supposed to be. If you want change in your life, it starts with a decision and a first step. You must decide what you want to give it most of your attention, and you must clearly define it. Next, you must fully understand that you're capable of achieving this goal, or it wouldn't have been placed within you in the first place. Are you ready? Hugs. So that's my first letter from the editor. So if you don't, most people probably don't know this, but I was editor-in-chief of the Lone Star newspaper one of the years I was there. Of course, I want to be friends with everyone, so I have that link, and then we talk mindset. Look at this. Isn't that so cute? I don't even remember what that's called, but I had to Google it to find the image. Books. I'm trying to put as much digital content into the physical content, so there are so many cool little freebies. So that's the link. I talk about storytelling because obviously that makes the world go round, and one of the first storytellers of our modern age, because obviously storytellers have been around forever. And then we get into marketing, and yeah, that's it. That's all I have. So that is about 13 pages. So I have 13 pages written out of, 36. So it will not take me any time at all to finish, especially now that I have this more clear mind. The other thing that I wanted to show y'all, when I was talking to Sarah via text message, I told her about this notebook, and I am a notebook girl, through and through. This right here is a notebook I've had since either middle school or high school. It's a classic 5-star binder with the lovely, notebook, but this lovely piece of fabric here. There is no wisdom greater than kindness. It's a fortune cookie I nailed on here. OXOX, because of course I have to be different. Everything becomes possible. So what's inside of this notebook are all of my dreams from childhood. So there is even a letter someone wrote to me from 7/21/2005. So that's insane. And I had waited tables on them, waited on them anyways, I worked at Landry's in the Kima Boardwalk. I worked there with Jessica. Hi, Jessica. I think a handful of y'all are on here, but you'll probably never see this. These people ordered iced tea, red snapper with the Pontchartrain topping. So, of course, I upsold that. Red snapper with the Victorious topping. I don't know. They spent $58. I have no idea how much they tipped me. But I wrote thank you on it, and they wrote back no thank you. Jordan Marie, you are a pleasure to be around. Chris and I totally enjoyed our meal and your great service. Your boss should double your pay. Just like the cop who let you off with a warning. I must have told a story. We are under your spell. And it looks like it says Jen or Jenny. So I wish I was friends with these people because they probably pushed me through. I just thought that was so sweet. So I have had lots of dreams since I was little, including writing books, having a newspaper, or magazine, actually having a magazine. And there I wanted to have a store. I have the name of the magazine in here. It will never happen because the name is so childlike, but I had all of these sections. I even, for my store, I knew exactly what shops I wanted to buy product from, and let's see what else is in here. Just so much good stuff. I have layout for the second store I wanted to create, but here is the layout for the very first store. And what I take from this is I wanted to create community. Is this the first store? No, that's a later store. What I wanted to create was community. So I'm just trying to see where the piece of paper is for the very first store. So the very first store was Barnes and Noble meets obviously coffee shop, and where is it? I so badly wanted to show it to y'all. There are so many like extra pieces of paper inside of here. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it for you today. But I wanted like a dark room. I wanted people to be able to like do stand-up like poetry and comedy and everything in between. I'm gonna be so sad that I can't find that. But so essentially what I took from this is like I've been wanting to build community since I was little, because that's exactly, even though it was brick and mortar, I don't really have a dream of having a store anymore, but I definitely could see that I wanted community out of that. So maybe I lost y'all, but that is just part of my little girl dreams. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was my love for notebooks. I have a love for notebooks, and I don't think before the last 40 days that I have ever completely filled a notebook. And when I went to that marketing conference, I filled a notebook, and I'm like super proud of the fact that I like legit filled a notebook. So it's full, like 100%, it's full. And on the way home, on the way to my dad's house, I had to buy another notebook. So this is a notebook I bought. I had to stop at Walmart. Like, so lucky, the second I filled it up, there was a Walmart. And we are this far into this notebook. So we're practically done with it. And I've bound a whole bunch of the pages together, so you're not going to be able to really see it, because I was flipping through it so much. I wanted the important pages to be accessible. Remember, I showed y'all that page the other day. So anyways, I bought a brand new notebook at Barnes & Noble for all of this stuff that I'm talking about, like the refined things and the things that I'm currently working on in this notebook. So this is from Barnes & Noble. This is an amazing notebook that has table of contents at the front. It has two like calendars essentially. So it has this format, and then it has everything's like by the month, and then it has this format, and then the pages are dotted. I left the beginning empty just in case I wanted to create something, just because this is like, even though these two are the beginning of my dreams, like this one's for real, and I just wanted to be able to have something like to pass on. I mean, you can see this is where the secrets are, and yes, I've almost always had handwriting that looks like this, but even my notes and just like all the products, essentially like all the coaching that I want to create. This was that sheet of paper I think I threw up in your face last time, but I want to go to, like, I don't want to say I want to go a lot of places, but I know what the destiny is, or destination is, sorry. I know what the destination is, and I'm just like so excited to be like walking on that path, and I'm even more excited to bring you with me. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know I said I only have one more thing, and that was that, but I thought I would show you the books I'm reading right now, because if you're here 18 minutes later, you probably like me, and so maybe you want to know the books I'm reading right now. I'm doing one on Audible. It's 10x is easier than 2x. It is probably my new favorite book. It is definitely my new favorite author, Dr. Benjamin Hardy, I believe. I'm obsessed. He just had a brand new newsletter come out because he has a new book coming up. So I just got chapter 1 of his new book. I'm so excited. It will not be out until October, so I'm excited to get chapter 1. I'm excited to learn about his new principles and concepts, and he talks about your floor and these 3 words. They're really cool. And then the other 2 books I'm reading, this one is just really cool. I'm not reading it super regularly, but if I need a break from one of my really heavy books, then I will read this one. And then this one is the one I'm reading every morning. I have started this but didn't finish it. I've read Cliff Notes on this essentially, so we're that far along. This is essentially like a meditation book, which I have never been good at meditation, but my heart has always come back to this book. I just never finished it, but I love it. Like, I am highlighting my little heart out in this book. And then I've already finished it. I'm going to read it one more time. Oh God. Kaboom. That's okay. So you probably have seen this book before. This is Think and Grow Rich. I have a million versions of this book. There's a pile of books right there, and then obviously there's books behind me, and I'm reading that one over there, but that one's not important. So I found this at the library, actually where I went to college, like the first college I went to on this side of town. But this is Think and Grow Rich in 10 Minutes a Day. This was written in 2019. It might be 2020. This was released in 2020. This is the condensed version of the really famous, popular, #1 self-growth book, Think and Grow Rich. This ended the Great Depression. This book did. Anyways, if you've never read this book, highly recommend it. I recommend reading one that was put out by the Napoleon Hill Foundation, or I recommend reading this one that's the classic text. I've never read the classic text before, so this is on my to-read list. The last book that I finished, and I've talked about this one a lot, and I've gotten a lot of people onto this book, is this one. This is Outwitting the Devil. I have read a different version of it. I did not read this version. I read, yes, my office is a hot mess. I read this version, and this version is edited and annotated by the co-author of not Think and Grow Rich. I have it right there. Co-author of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series and that main book. I'm not sure if she co-authored any of the other ones, but she co-authored Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So anyways, that's who annotated this book, and she is amazing. I've gotten to be around her. She was at the conference I went to. So anyways, this is one of the best books ever written, and I highly recommend reading it. Well, I got the original text. So one of the coaching program I'm in, he owns the original manuscript to this. So this book is to die for. You have to read it. This book, the manuscript for this book sat essentially in a vault for 70 years. And it is a fictional, most likely, conversation between the author who wrote Think and Grow Rich. He wrote this the year after. And the devil told him he would never publish it, that he would be pretty much too chicken to publish it. They were worried about the backlash from church and state and everything in between, so it never got published. So it wasn't published until 2008. It's amazing. You will probably never send your kids back to school if you read this. I definitely went to homeschool all of my kids now after reading this, but that's not what it's about. It is if you're ready to see, it's one of the most eye-opening books ever. So many people that read it love it. I've gotten a whole bunch of people onto this. It's a favorite book of a lot of people I know. So if you have not read it, please read it. This is I had to order it multiple times because I think someone stole it, but I finally got it. I ended up getting 2 copies, and it's just so good. I also heard the Audible version of this is really good. It has 2 voices or multiple voices, so it's legit a conversation, Q&A between the author and the devil, and so having the 2 voices is probably super beneficial, but I don't know what version they're reading. I assume it's this version. So highly recommend this one, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to include a link to sign up for the Omnipresent Strategy free 6-day email, and my kids are in here, and I promised them they could say hi. So Lincoln, you were the one asking. Did you want to say hi? You changed your mind? He sat here behind me trying to be in camera the whole entire time. So let me have what I gave you, please. There's a brush. I told them if they get on camera, they have to brush their hair. Yes or no?
What?
Do you want to say hi or not?
Yeah.
Okay, then hurry up. People have been here for 24 minutes.
Hi.
Okay, Lincoln, Edward Lincoln. We call him Links or Linky.
Hi.
Juliette Bloom. We call her JB or Juliette. So he is 8, she is 10, and she is 13, obviously. So that's Scarlett Marie. Letty.
Sue Whispers.
Yeah. Very hormonal when I had her, obviously. Very long last name. Probably not the longest last name in the longest name in the world, but it keeps doing the thumbs up. Can we do 12 of them? No. Okay. Anyways, this has been Jo, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you sign up for the Omnipresence free 6-day newsletter, and I would love your feedback, unless it's mean. I don't need your feedback if it's mean, but from us to you. We love you, and we hope you have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.